Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Glorious. We'll find out just how glorious this one is. Cast and crew information down below. And let's check out this IMDb plot here to start. After a breakup, Wes ends up in a remote rest stop. He finds himself locked inside the bathroom with a mysterious figure speaking from the adjacent stall. Soon, Wes realizes he's involved in a situation more terrible than he could imagine. Yes, he definitely could not imagine this situation. Uh, crazy setup here. Very simple setup, but a little bit crazy. Let's see here. So, this one stars. This one is on Shudder. I should say that first, and been out for a little bit now. Um, but so I'll keep this as spoiler free as possible. But I guess I don't know. Besides, the kind of poster there, it's kind of purplish and whatever, and kind of glowing, kind of sticks out there. But that's one of the reasons why I kind of was interested in it. Yeah, the poster got me, and also because Ryan, and I'm not going to say his last name, but because I don't want to butcher it, or yeah, I'm just not. Anyway, to me, he's always Jason from True Blood. Anytime he's in something, I'm kind of interested in seeing it because he was one of my favorite characters on True Blood, and I know that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to play Jason in every single movie that he is, but it's just good memories every time I see him there. So I'm always tend to want to see the movies there just for that. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, he's the star of this one, and a voice coming from the bathroom is, I guess, the other star of the movie. And the basics of this one is that, yeah, he pulls over at the rest stop. He's got some relationship issues and so forth, and stuff is weighing on him, and he kind of ends up there, and he's doing stuff outside the restroom. Then eventually he goes inside this restroom, and once he gets inside there, mysteriously the door is locked and he can't get out. He tries and tries, and the door is just not going to open. And soon enough, a voice is coming from a stall that's in the bathroom. And this is, not. I think it's only 2 stalls, and that's back. It's a good sized restroom, but as far as where to go to the bathroom, there's not much there. But a voice starts coming from there, and of course, starts talking to him, and of course he's like, thought he was alone, but he's obviously not, and he's tempted to go over there and see what is going on, but the voice is like, hey, don't get too close to the stall and whatever. The voice starts talking about all kinds of weird stuff, and then the voice is also kind of picking at him a little bit, and trying to show that he knows stuff about him, which is weird because it's just a voice from the stall. And more and more, he's kind of feeling that whatever this voice is what's kind of keeping him there. And then it's did he fall asleep in the bathroom? Is he dreaming? What is going on here? And inside the stall, inside the one that you can go in, is a little bit of a glory hole. So we don't want to discuss that too much and what that could be used for. And it doesn't really, this movie's not really about that, but that's for those who know, and kind of makes it a little funny, and you kind of think about that. But yeah, he wants to, basically every time he tries to open the door or he tries to really look inside this hole, the voice basically, kind of sends, it's like, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, like a mental thing to him, and takes him back to a memory, may alter that memory a little bit, but kind of puts his focus on something else, and then also kind of, I don't know, kind of gives him like a little bit of a headache, kind of that kind of thing, to kind of just stun him a little bit, to kind of say, back off, stay away from the stall, don't open it, whatever. And, this is going to go on for a while. Somebody eventually comes, somebody has to come. It's a rest stop. Somebody else eventually comes, kind of gets involved. That's a mistake. And then, it proceeds to get a little bit weirder and weirder. So I'm not going to tell you what's going on. Like I said, I keep this spoiler free. But that's basically just gist of what is happening here. He's just there trying desperately to get out, and then trying to figure out, what this voice is, why it's there, why it's talking to him. And you will discover that the voice is going to tell him, and you'll know what the voice is and what it wants. It wants something very odd. And I guess, the main reason, that I'm mentioning this movie, it's just the strangeness of it. It's just very odd. It's an odd situation. I give it at that. We're always looking for original horror that may be a little bit different. We've seen, some, not many, I don't know too many horror movies, but a few movies in rest stops and so forth. So here's one in a rest stop, but it also, kind of narrows it down to a bathroom. And so, you get the restroom, then you get the rest stop, then you get the restroom. So you've kind of narrowed it down. So most of the movie, once it gets there, is taking place in there. Like I said, the voice is going to have him have a couple of flashbacks. So you're going to see some things that come to his mind, and that's going to be important as the movie goes on, and important about him and about what is going to happen. But primarily it is in this bathroom, so that kind of makes it unique in a way. And then what is in this stall here is a little bit different, and just the situation, it's just very weird. People throw out the Lovecraft and this kind of thing in this movie, and I've said it before, those movies aren't always my favorite. I know, there's a large audience that likes Lovecraft type movies and so forth, but for the most part, not many of them have really been my favorites for A, B, or C reason. It's just not not one of my favorites to go to in the horror world here. Different variety of horror. So you kind of have a little bit of that going on as well, or that genre in there. So if you're a fan of that, you might like this. You might enjoy this a little bit more than maybe I did. I just thought it was just a really strange situation. I thought Ryan does a good job and makes the most of it, and like I said, I don't expect him to be Jason every time, but I saw a little spark here or there on occasion that kind of reminded me of that from him in this movie, which is fine. I think he handles the comedy. Not that this is hugely hilarious, besides it just being an awkward situation. He does kind of handle that kind of comedy kind of thing pretty well. But yeah, if you're just looking for a little bit something, it's a little bit different and definitely weird, and definitely what this thing is and what it wants is bizarre, and where it goes in the end, and how everything kind of unfolds. It's just strange, and it's just weird to think that somebody kind of put this together and thought of this, and whatever. I don't know. Maybe they thought of it while they were in the bathroom or on a rest stop. I really don't know. But yeah, it is just a strange kind of thing here going on here. But again, yeah, if you kind of maybe like the Lovecraft type movies and just stuff that doesn't really make a lot of sense and is weird like this, maybe you'll like it. For me, it was okay to watch, but at the end of the day, this is not going to be one of my favorites. Again, Ryan was enjoyable. I thought he did a really good job. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. not really mostly my type of horror here. So with that, I'm gonna give it 2.5 pools of blood. Um, it was good. I mean, it was fine. It just just not not really for me. Might be for some of you guys out here. I seem to see, I remember when it came out, I seemed to see a lot of people say some good stuff about it. On Twitter, here on IMDb, it says 5.5 out of 10. So, you know, take that for whatever you take that as. But for me, it's going to be 2.5 pools of blood out of 5. So with that, Horrors, GoryReviews.blogspot.com, link down below. That's where you can find more of my reviews. All of them are there. Written and video ones are there. But if you're just interested in the video ones, you can subscribe, you can like, dislike, do all those things that everybody wants you to do on the YouTube thing. And if not, if you're looking for written reviews, head over to the blog. You can check them out. Lots of reviews going back. If you're looking for something specific that maybe you can't find, or I know sometimes searching for stuff is hard, whatever. Or you're looking for my opinion on a certain thing, feel free to let me know. Twitter, Facebook information is there down below as well, or in the comment section. And if you guys like this movie, or you want to share your thoughts on this movie, please feel free to do so. And I guess I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.